Hi, my name's Colin Quinn, and I'm an assistant professor of anthropology at Hamilton College and also the chair of the SAA Student Poster Award Committee. Now, I love the SAA poster symposiums. I love them because you have a lot of time to have deep conversations about your work with other people. This can mean that presenting a poster could be a little bit more challenging, where you have to be on and in conversations for 2 hours, but it also gives a much more rewarding experience as you're able to meet new people who are interested in your work. You're able to potentially learn about new data sets or methodologies you might want to employ in the future, and also get ideas for what the next steps of your work are going to be as you are progressing through your career as an undergraduate, a graduate student, or beyond. Now, as the chair of the SAA Poster Award Committee, I've thought a lot about how do we make our posters more engaging. And first, again, it's a visual medium. So we do want to think a lot about how do we engage people and give people bite-sized pieces of our research, but to encourage them to follow up with us. So we want to think about using our graphics and limiting the text that we have. Use empty space to help the flow of the poster. So when people are walking past and they have a 5-second glance at your poster, that you can hook them in and turn that 5-second glance into a 5-minute conversation. Now, there are other ways beyond just the visual aspect of creating engagement with your research. You can incorporate QR codes, which can give you a hyperlink to additional material, including the raw data from your study, additional GIS maps, 3D models, videos where you've talked in more detail about your research project. You can also incorporate things like replica artifacts into your poster experience. There's usually a little table out in front of your poster where you can put a couple of different things there. Now, when I presented a poster on experimental replication of mining tools in Bronze Age Transylvania, I incorporated some of those objects into my presentation by having them on the table, and it provided an opportunity for people to be a little more willing to kind of do a double take and to engage and want to come and touch these replicated objects and engage the material that way. And finally, because this is a opportunity to have these conversations, you want to give people the opportunity to follow up. And so having business cards, having your social media handles on your poster, and other types of ways that people can engage with you after they've left the meeting is a great way to do it. Now, what happens to the posters after the conference? We don't want to put them in the corner and let them collect dust. You've put a lot of work into this. So think creatively. Perhaps in your departmental space, you may be able to highlight them and to hang them up. So I'm standing in the Hamilton College archaeology classroom where we have SAA posters from the past hanging to show about student research and the kind of research opportunities there are for students that are majors in our program. It's also a great way for future students to get ideas of how do I make a good poster and get thoughts about how they might do their own poster in the future. Now, if you work with community partners, descendant communities, or other communities that you engage with in your work, perhaps they might be a recipient of these posters. You can donate your poster to your community partners, and they may be able to make use of them in their own educational outreach programs and things like that. So try to think about, at the end of the SAAs, things aren't just done. Try to continue to promote your work and to get more engagement as you go forward.